a guy that's been proven to have done nothing so far, nothing illegal so far, and to boo him, knowing the sort of person he is, the esteem in which he's held, the integrity in which he has, was just the wrong way to go about it, I reckon.
Well, look, a caller suggested before they're actually booing the AFL for not taking action, for not talking about it. I'm not sure if you had any thoughts on that, but the AFL have been very quiet this week.
No, I don't think it was for that. I think it was for Job, and I just didn't think they thought all that deeply about it. I think the AFL have been quiet on this whole drug issue because there's an investigation going on. It was only a slip-up this week from Job Watson that reignited the other thing. I think the AFL have done the right thing. Both parties, ASADA, the AFL and the Essendon Football Club, all parties, agreed not to say anything on it. And I think why should the AFL come and talk about it if that's what they've agreed to do? A
slip-up or an admission? You said Joe Watson made a slip-up. Do you think it was a slip-up? You don't think he had meant to say it? You don't think that's the truth?
No. I reckon he's spoken about this so many times with so many different people that he basically forgot who he was talking to, and he just lapsed into a state of relaxation and just blurted it out. I actually reckon he forgot who he was talking to at the time. He would have had so many conversations of that ilk behind the scenes with people involved in this that I reckon he just made a mistake.
And you don't think that what he had said was the truth?
Oh no, I think what he said is the truth. There's
but he just didn't mean to say it.
Yeah, absolutely no question about that. I think the whole point of this drug issue is, was it banned at the time or was it not? Well, we checked into an ACC, the only ACC report that was handed down a few months back, and on the bottom of page 41 of that, it clearly says that this AOD drug was at that time not a banned substance. So that is why we're hearing Essendon continually say they can't wait for the facts to come out in this. They can't wait to show everyone that what they're saying is the truth. So I think they're probably in a pretty good position. And what is very, very clear on this, Justin, is that WADA are in a big disagreement with ASADA. That is, WADA are saying, yes, it was illegal. ASADA are saying, hang on a minute, no, it wasn't, because we provided that information to the ACC report, and at that time, we're saying it wasn't illegal. So I think there's ASADA and WADA at the moment are at loggerheads.
But no, fair enough, but it was never approved by those two agencies, was it? It was never approved for human consumption, which means it's banned.
No, because it was still in testing. But I refer you to page 41 of the ACC report, and it clearly says that it actually mentions the drug, that it is not a banned substance. So, from Job's admission the other night, they went to the doctor. What's a player supposed to do? It goes to the doctor. When the AFL come out and do these courses with the players about drugs, they say you do not take anything unless you run it by your doctor at the football club. So Joe Watson says to the doctor at the footy club, hey, is this all right? He says, yep, no worries. What's he supposed to do? It is impractical for Joe Watson or the players to then run to a laboratory down the road somewhere and have it tested. I mean, that's just impractical. Yeah, but you take the word of the club doctor. He's the one that's supposed to cover all that.
WADA, John Fay from WADA had said that it's up to the individual to make sure that... and the AFL Code of Conduct also says that ignorance is no excuse.
No, that's just crap. I mean, John Fay's talking absolute nonsense. John Fay's, these rules are basically made for individuals. They're not made for teams. We know they apply to teams, of course they do. But just think about it. You're at a footy club one day.
So the head of WADA...
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Just think about this. You're at a club one day. Someone comes up and says, in front of all the players, we want all of your players to take this. Here it is. I'm the club doctor. I'm the medico at this club. I'm telling you it's okay to take. Are you really suggesting that then a player should take that drug himself, go and get it tested at some laboratory out in bloody Laverton somewhere, who knows where it would be? That's just absolutely impractical. The players are actually asked to make sure they check with their club doctor as to whether something is illegal or not. Yep. They've done that, so they've done everything right.
But the club hasn't done everything right, if that's the case.
Well, I don't know about the club, but I'm just talking about Joe Watson and the players.
But even if Joe, if that is correct, and let's say that is the case, how can the star player for the AFL at the moment, current Brownlow champion, then make that admission and then still play on the weekend?
Because he's saying that it wasn't a banned drug when he took it. It says in the ACC report, it actually mentions AOD-9604 is not a banned substance. Now,
yeah, but
reading between the lines here, and something that I'm not sure of, but I reckon is going to also occur. I think Essendon have probably got a letter to that effect.
All right. So the only thing is the ACC, the Crime Commission, is not the overarching body. ASADA and WADA are the two bodies that overarch, not the Crime Commission.
No, that's right. That's exactly right. But the ACC's report, all of their information by self-admission came from where, Justin? It came from ASADA. All of the information in that report came from ASADA. What was legal, what was not legal, it all came from ASADA.
Well, it's not the end of it anyway. That's probably something we can both agree on, that it ain't over.
No, it's not, and I understand that, but I just reckon we all should just hang on and wait and not be asking for Brownlows to be stripped and players to be knocked out of the game before we've actually found out both sides of the story. I mean, we're really only hearing one side of the story at the moment. Let's hear both sides.